Hello, welcome to Embracing Aging. I'm still feeling a bit rough today. I'm still really full of cold, so I'm not going to be on for long. But I just thought I'd quickly do a video about the good things about aging, because when I started this channel, I couldn't honestly think of an awful lot of good things. But one of the things I realised this morning was because I felt I just didn't feel well enough to get dressed, or I couldn't be bothered. I felt really lazy and I just needed to rest. So I sort of sat in my pajamas until about 2 o'clock this afternoon and did absolutely nothing except drink tea and, well, that was pretty much it, really. So I think having the kind of freedom of just like not having to go to work, not having to show up at the office at 9 o'clock when you're feeling grotty, I can remember, so many times I've had to take a migraine tablet or something like that because I felt really rubbish. But you got to go to work because you've got to go to a meeting or people are depending on you to get something done at a certain time. You've got those deadlines to meet. You don't have that anymore when you're retired, which is really nice. And if you're not retired, it's a nice thing to look forward to. And the other thing is you have time to pursue your own interests, to do the things that you enjoy doing. If you like going in the garden, you've got loads of time now or more time to go out and enjoy the garden, do some gardening if that's your thing, go swimming, pursue a hobby or an interest or whatever. And also, like my mum did. My mum was retired and she decided she wanted to go and do a degree. So first she did an access course to get a qualification to get to university. And then she went and she did a degree when she was in her 60s. So yeah, you've got time to do things like that. The other thing is, I think we kind of we acquire wisdom, and that's just the application of knowledge, stuff that we've learned over the years, things that would perhaps bother us when we're younger don't bother us so much now. When you're younger, you maybe have an argument with somebody and it's the end of the world, and things are really, it's sort of black or white, and there's no kind of in between, or no looking at the other person's point of view. I think we're more fiery when we're younger and more kind of, I was going to say set in our ways. That's something people normally say about older people, isn't it? But I think that we're maybe not really flexible when we're very opinionated when we're young. And I think as you grow older, well, certainly for me, I've got the ability to look at the other person's point of view and recognise where I've contributed as well to something, if a relationship's gone wrong or something like that. And yeah, I think that wisdom's just it's a nice thing to have, because I think you worry less about what people think about you. Things like that aren't so important. I think what's important is sort of being content and being happy with what you've got. And I think that contentment as well, as you get older, you find that, you don't need all the things and the things that you kind of, when you're working, in your working life, you think you've got to work because you've got a mortgage to pay, or you've got rent to pay, or you need a car, or you need to pay for your kids to go to whatever clubs and classes and things, and things like that. You've got to paying off university debt and all of those things that you have when you're younger. You don't, when you're older, you kind of, I think we begin to realise that we're happy so long as we've got a roof over our heads, we've got food in the pantry, we can keep warm, and basically if we can pay the bills and go and have a treat now and again, go to movies, go on holiday, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. I think it's just sort of, I love that feeling of contentment that I don't need anything else. What I've got is enough for me. And I think that's a really and if you haven't got that at the moment, if you're still working, I think about the time when you're going to retire and what you can do with that time, and how you can explore other options and kind of wind down a little bit towards retirement. I did it myself. I started working working full time. I cut down my hours. I was working 4 days a week and I had a day off to look after my granddaughter. And then I started working 2.5 days a week and then 2 days a week. And then I was actually going to retire and return to work. But one day I was in a meeting and I just thought, I really don't want this anymore. I'm sick of it. I've done it all my life and I'm tired of it. And I just said, I actually told them in the meeting, they said something about me coming back and said, actually, I'm not. I've changed my mind. And you know what? It's the best thing I ever did. I love it. I love being retired. I love having time to myself. And I think it isn't anything to fear. But I do think, and I would advise that you, if you haven't retired, but getting towards that age, if you're in your 50s and you're kind of thinking about retirement looming, start making plans, especially financially now, because I think it's just getting harder and harder financially. And I think if you've only got a state pension to live on when you retire, certainly in the UK, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be harder and harder to manage on state pensions. So I think it is important to kind of get your finances in order. But yeah, there are good things about aging, and like I say, one of them is having more time, and that is probably the best thing for me. The thing that I enjoy most about being older. And also, I just like looking at people. You know what? They'll learn. They'll learn. So yeah, it's you don't have to fear it, basically. That's what I'm saying. You really can embrace aging. You just got to, just take every day as it comes. Be grateful. I've said it before. Be grateful. Every day we're here, every day we're breathing is a bonus as far as I'm concerned. And it's, we can have some fun. So yeah, that's what I've got for you today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Oh, thank you for everybody who's subscribed as always, and for liking and sharing. Please leave me a like in the underneath, give me a thumbs up, just so I know that that people are watching this. Otherwise, I've got no idea. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.